to control my reproductive rights. Period. And then this wouldn't be an issue. So, like, what the fuck? That's so crazy. Like, it's actually crazy that people feel comfortable saying this out loud. Like, it's like, oof. It's like I can sense the energy is like, god damn. Weird. If you don't want women to have babies they can't afford, then let them control their reproductive health. Pretty simple. Yeah. Weird. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so anyway, guys, I'm just like, some things, I'm like, oof, wow. It's called birth control. Yeah, well, don't take it away from us then. Yeah, don't limit access to birth control. Yeah, right. We need more birth control, correct? You agree? So, thank you. We do agree. I agree. We do. We need more access to it. Yeah, that's interesting to me. So, I don't know. But, you know. Yeah, Team Mom, I don't know. Guys, listen. We're in the talks right now. Things are happening. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if we're looking more of like a series or something else, like a docu-film. I'm not really sure. I can't say too much. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on. You know what I mean? Just gotta chill out and wait. I'll let you know when I know. You know? But even if, like I said before, even if we get like word that something's happening, like it's still going to be a lot of contracts, negotiating stuff, and you know what I mean? So it might be a minute. But listen, when I know, I'll let you know. I'm transparent as fuck. I'm not trying, you know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I ain't gatekeeping nothing. I ain't, you know, I'm like, hey, so, but there's always no hate or meaning anything. Do you believe in God? I guess I'd say which one. First, I have to know which one you're talking about. But I love being a girl dad. Honestly, like, it's crazy. Yeah, there's such a special energy there. And also, like, the older I get, the more I feel I just feel blessed I got a lot of feminine energy around me, and it's oh God, like it's beautiful, honestly. And I believe that everything happens for a reason. So, like, you know, if I was meant to have a boy, I would have had a boy. And it's funny because I think when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, I want a boy so bad. But now I'm older and I'm like, fuck it. Like, I love having all girls in my house because that's how I was raised. I was literally raised with all women. And so how blessed am I to be able to kind of like transition that into like raising my kids and just yeah, I don't know. I feel very blessed, honestly. It's great. Like, I love being a girl dad. So oh God, it's going so fast I can't read anything. Oh God, no. I would never want my own show, to be honest. Like, no. No. Yeah, no way. I don't think we could do that. We'd be getting bored real fast. I think it'd be boring. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. I kind of feel like Teen Mom is boring, in my opinion. Because I don't know, but that's just how I feel. But yeah, whatever. They keep, you know, even when they kept bringing it up and renewing seasons, I'm just like, what the fuck? Are you sure? People still, whoa, all right. Do I want more children? Oh, depends on the day you're asking me. Because some days I'm like, oh my God, I miss the baby so much. I want a baby so bad. I want another baby. I want another kid. I would love to have, you know, and then you could ask me like 2 hours later as one's screaming, one wants mac and cheese, one is freaking out because they can't find the Barbie dress. And then I'm like, fuck this. What was I thinking 5 minutes ago wanting a damn other kid. You know what I mean? Like, oh man. So it just depends on the damn minute you're asking me if I want another kid. But yeah, my dad, he's he's doing good. I mean, as far as I know, like I said, as far as I know, right? He's down in Texas with his girlfriend. And I'll message him once in a while and I'd say, hey, love you, Dad. Hope you're doing good. And that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much, yeah, so stand up and do jumping jacks. I ain't doing no damn jumping jacks. You do some jumping jacks, man. What the fuck? Hey, New Zealand, what's going on? Do you always come on here asking for attention? All this hooting and hollering for what? I don't know. Why are you here? Like, I don't. I'm just going on live, bro. It ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, do a documentary about adoption. It's in the works. It's in the works. Very proud of it. Very, very. I cannot wait for people to see it. Really, it's gonna be amazing. I have a really good intuitive feeling that's gonna shake the industry up to the core, which it needs to be. This country, in the way that America runs this adoption industry in this country, is abhorrent. So I'm excited for that to be released and for it to be out there. I can't wait. I'm glad Carly has a godly life too. I really am. I'm glad that she has a life she has. I think it's a beautiful thing. And I also feel like I have so much faith in like fate's fabric or whatever, that Carly was meant to come in the world, and her soul made an agreement far before coming here physically to experience this physical life in this way. And so I have a lot of faith in that she was meant to come here, and she was clearly meant to have this path. And so I'm happy that she is not only living a godly life, or whatever you want to call it, but just her experience in general. I'm happy that she's got two parents that love her. I'm happy that she has had every opportunity that me and Kate never had. And I couldn't be more happy for what the kind of life that she's able to live. So after all of your experience with adoption and teen pregnancy, I can't read it all. Teen pregnancy, has your stance on, I can't read it all. Why can't I read it? Has your stance on abortion changed? What? I don't understand. I believe women should be able to be in control of their reproductive health. Yes. So that means abortion. If that means birth control. If that means, that's what I believe in. So, trying to get to all these. Oh, what's up, Netherlands? Hey, Netherlands. Where did Carly get her singing voice from? I'm assuming she practiced. I mean, she's that's one of the opportunities that I'm talking about. Is that she's been doing piano lessons since she was a kid. She's been involved in I know Teresa does a violin, so she does that. So I'm assuming her singing voice comes from a lot, her just being involved since she was a kid and practicing and just singing and all that kind of stuff. So, what's up, Scotland? I had a person from Ireland on here earlier. And what's the crake? What's the crake? Which means what's the crack? What's cracking? My views on the files, fucking disgusting, disturbing. Bro, it's almost too much to even I can't even really. I can only read so much at a time, and then I gotta be I can't even do this. It's disgusting, and anyone and everyone who is involved in those files needs to get taken the fuck down. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you support. I don't care what they believed in. I don't care what the fuck they did. I don't care if you're involved in this shit. You need to get prosecuted. Bro, I don't even want to get down this rabbit hole for real. It's disgusting. I don't even know. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it with fucking words. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I will say, oh God, I will say, I want to, because seeing people justify anyone being in these files is fucking, you're a piece of shit. And I'll tell you why. Because the most thing that I'm seeing is that these are allegations. Okay, motherfucker, listen to me every single time that a woman says I've been raped, I've been molested, I've been abused, is an allegation. So how do you start an investigation without allegations first? So what you're telling me when you say, well, they're only allegations, what you're telling me, you would not fucking believe your own daughter if she came to you and said, I was raped or I was molested or someone hurt me or someone abused me. You'd be like, what would you say to her? Oh, well, that's an allegation. So until proven in court, I mean, I don't know, honey. No, you would not. And if you're a piece of shit, I'm sorry. Allegations, that's how everything starts. What do you, like, I'm mind blown that, like, people are like, oh, well, they're only allegations. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, every time a woman says I've been raped, it's an allegation. Because it has to be investigated. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what the fuck? Listen, believe women, period. Until proven different otherwise. Like, but you don't start off the allegation or this investigation with saying, I don't believe you. It's an allegation. No. Your duty is to believe until proven otherwise. Like, of course, like anyone, male, female, I don't care what the fuck who you are. If you're coming to me and saying, I've been hurt and abused and whatever, I'm going to believe you until proven otherwise. So, I mean, I don't know, man. God damn it. Like, what? I feel like some stuff is common sense, and then I feel people like, what? So it weirds me out. Really, it concerns me. I'm like, I don't know. It makes me question a lot of things when people are like, you know, like I'm different. I'm not loyal to any ideology or movement or nothing. I'm loyal to like the truth and and making sure people are not being harmed, and I'm against pedophilia. So like, hello, like I'm not gonna justify shit. I don't know. I'm just like, bro. And then seeing people talk about it, I never thought in my lifetime I would see someone justifying or, you know, trying to like defend these like allegations of this magnitude. Like, it's insane. How about we just believe women first and let's go from there? I don't think you should start out an investigation with, I don't know, it's an allegation, I don't know. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? All that tells me is that you would not believe your own daughter when she came to you and said something. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So weird energy. I don't know. Where is it? Is Veda's name from the movie My Girl? It is. It's funny because me and Kate, like, all of our girls are named from movies. Nobley is from Where the Heart Is. And Veda's from My Girl. And then Raya is from Raya and the Last Dragon. So, like, because we, you know, dude, it's hard, dude. It's so hard fucking naming kids. Like, it's fucking hard because you're sitting there thinking, like, this kid's gonna have this name for the rest of their life. It's their identifier. Like, holy shit. So, like, it's stressful. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, you know what? We'll just get some inspiration for some movies, and it worked out great. I love all my children's names. I think they're amazing. So, the moment you have to name your kids, I'm gonna know who you hate and like. No, that's crazy. But you know what's one thing that me and Kate didn't do? Like, I know it's like a legacy thing where people will they'll like pass on middle names. We started a fresh, brand new. Listen, you're about to break all these cycles. We're about to start all fresh new. We're gonna start a whole family lineage from me and Kate downward in a different trajectory. So all of our girls have very unique names that have nothing to do with like any of our past ancestors or whatever. So yeah, Veda Luma, Nobly Rain, and Raya Rose. And that's where it's at. No, I didn't name Carly. No, we didn't name her at all. That was her parents. Yeah, so we adopted. How do we keep the relationship with our birth mama alive? I would say a lot of grace from both sides, a lot of understanding, and just communicate. I think communicating is really important. I think consistently checking in with expectations versus what can be done. Like you may have an expectation that she's not willing to meet. She may have an expectation of you that you're not willing to meet. So I feel like continuously kind of like, and allowing it to evolve. Like, don't be so concrete on this is it. Like let it naturally flow. Let it evolve. I will say from a birth parent's perspective, the more that we know, the safer everything feels. And I think it goes the same way, like from your side, the more you know about like the birth parent and what's going on, the more safer you feel, because now you can better navigate, the child and stuff. I also would say, that for adoptive parents to, as early on as possible, even before adopting, whatever, but to understand that this child is not a blank slate, and that this baby was separated from their birth mother. And so inevitably that child has preverbal trauma that I think needs to be at least acknowledged. The way that wires the brain, the way that, and also just knowing a little bit of statistics and facts about adoptees, period, that they are 30 times more likely to have suicidal ideation and commit suicide. They're more likely to have social disorders and anxiety disorders and mental health issues, and just being aware of those things, I think, can really help, just navigate raising the child the best way that you can. Because I think regardless of your adoptive parent or birth parent, the main goal is to make sure the baby is healthy and the child is well-rounded and is safe and loved. And so I think, a lot of people believe that babies are just like blank slates. Like they just get the baby and there's nothing wrong with the baby. The baby's totally fine. Nothing ever happened. Oh, it's a brain. Like, they almost treat it as if, oh, it's our baby. It's not, you know what I mean? And I think people get mad. They get really offended by that, right? They're like, oh my God, this is my kid. I wouldn't raise my kid any different. I wouldn't raise this kid any different than I would my biological kid. Well, that's a disservice, because you should, for awareness, raise this child different than you would a biological child. Why? Because it is different. Like I said, this baby has experienced things, and they call it pre-verbal trauma because they can't verbalize it. Obviously, so understanding the tenderness that needs to be, understand the tenderness that is involved with all that is really important. I think reading a lot of books and kind of educating yourself about adoptees' experiences, what they go through. I think finding an adoption competent therapist, which is very hard to do, by the way. They say they're adoption competent, but you get in there the first session and they use weird language like, oh, I know, no. And also, advocating for the autonomy of the adoptee, regardless if whatever you personally feel, needs to be put to the back burner. You know what I mean? It needs to be their autonomy needs to be prioritized overall. And yeah, so anyway, I don't want to get I'm explaining it like crazy. I'm adopted. I love my parents. As adults, they are both mine. Therapy is a must. Educating on trauma. Absolutely, Dawn. I totally agree. And I also agree that allowing the adoptee to label their own family unit. You know what I mean? Like allowing them, like they might not want to call their birth mom by their first name. You know what I'm saying? Like allowing them to have the autonomy to label how they want to in their in their family dynamic and their unit. Because I think that's important. Honestly, what it really comes down to is giving the adoptee freedom. They need to have this freedom, because I don't think people get. Listen. All adoptive parents should read The Primal Wound to get themselves started on this whole thing. But I think it's super important that you give this child the autonomy to kind of choose how they're going to label their family members and how much access they want, and just like giving them freedom, safe freedom. It needs to be safe, obviously, but making sure they have that, because I think what people don't understand is that when you suffer from pre-verbal trauma, especially adoptees, they feel this need to socially monitor 24/7. They need to make sure that they are making sure that they're cemented in the tribe, that, because unfortunately their life started out with trauma of abandonment, right? Abandonment, they didn't know, they were so young, you know what I mean, that they don't understand how it, kind of connected in these neural pathways in their brain and kind of how their brain develops. So, it's important to like acknowledge that, for sure, in my opinion. God damn, it's going so fast I can't read it. Do you regret the adoption anyway? Do you think it was done for the reason? I think, I do regret it. I don't know if I regret her adoption for her. Does that make sense? I regret it selfishly for me. I regret it because, I regret it for me, I guess. I also regret not knowing these facts as a birth parent. I think if someone would have sat me down and said, hey, when this baby is separated from their mother, they're going to experience trauma. That would have really, that would have hit me. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't really understand the we are not, we're human beings, right? I mean, so we are literally on a cellular level connected to the womb that we were in from the beginning of life. The smell, the gait of the walk of the birth mother, the everything, literally everything. So babies don't know what's going on. So when you separate them and rip them away from that experience, because bonding is so important. That's why skin to skin is so important. That's why, that's why babies want their mothers. And so that affects them at a level that they can't verbalize yet, obviously. So, and that has everything to do with how they develop in their brain. And so a lot of adoptees will suffer from kind of emotionally monitoring constantly. Make sure I'm good enough, overachieving, make sure I'm worthy to be here, make sure that I'm whatever. And they also get this message of like, even if they feel sad about not knowing their family of origin, they don't feel safe to express that sadness because everyone tells them you're so lucky. You were a gift. You should be grateful. You know what I mean? So they get that idea of like, oh, no. So even if they feel something like, oh, I can't really say it because society and this family unit tells me that I should be grateful, and to feel sad about missing my family of origin, my bio family would take away from me being grateful. Like they think they can't feel two things at the same time. Like, which I want if any adoptees are in here, this is really important. Like you are allowed to feel sadness and even anger, whatever, for not knowing your bio family. And you're also at the same time can be happy and grateful that you have the parents you do. This is possible. Two things can be true at the same time. You do not have to, pick and choose. I think it's super important. But, God, I can't. Okay, great question. I get this a lot. Kayla Hill, what do you think babies go through when they are grown by a surrogate, but it's genetically the others? The baby does not decipher between that. What the baby knows is the womb. Okay, the womb. Period. Like example, that baby could biologically, genetically, not even belong to the woman that, you know what I mean, that's carrying it. So, but the baby doesn't know that. The baby knows, this is my home, this is the womb, this is the smell, this is the gate of this woman that I started my whole life in. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yes, surrogate babies experience the same preverbal trauma that infant adoptees experience. So, and I think people kind of like, you know, it's a hard pill to swallow. But listen, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It doesn't mean that you're doing the wrong thing. It just means to be aware, to be the best parent. Even if you have a baby through surrogacy, just understanding that is really important. Understanding that your baby, even if it's genetically, biologically yours and your husband's or whatever, it did experience trauma from being separated from the woman whose womb it came from. You know what I mean? So it's just to be aware of. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just something that, you know, obviously, this is scientific. You can go look this up. There's so many studies about, the pre-wiring in the babies. And I think everyone pretty much knows that the first, you know, 2 weeks of an infant's life, their brain is just making, I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many connections and neural pathways there are. And yeah, so it's vital. Like, I almost wish there was a way, for